All right, ladies, I want to start putting on this YouTube also some learning. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while because I've been able to walk every day and commit myself by recording videos. So I'm going to do it with learning some Torah or some what I call Seder Avodah. So I hope that this is going to make me committed to it. So the book that I want to start with is a book that's called Sefer Chovat התלמידים, is the book of the obligations of the students, and it's from Admor מפייסצנה, which his full name was Rabbeinu Kolonimus Kalami Shapira מפייסצנה. He was in the Holocaust in Poland, and he was one of the ones that were waving the flag of Hasidut when it was still not a big thing like today. And even when he was in Ghetto Varsha, in the Warsaw Ghetto, he was still trying to get people closer to Hashem. I'm going to try to learn more about him. At the end of the book, there is a little bit. So every day I'm going to read a little bit about him and share with you here. So the book starts with the saying that Shlomo HaMelech says in Mishlei, Chanoch lanar al pi darko, gam ki yazkin lo yasur mimena. Meaning you have to educate the child according to his way, that even when he's older, he's not going to move away from it. And this is the main thing about education and about parenting. That we want the child, even when he's away from his father's house, to stick to what we taught him when he was in our house. Because it's not a big chokhmah when the child is in our house to do what we tell him to do. He has to do what we, most of the time. You can, use all kind of things that he will do it. So really the main thing, that it becomes part of him, and then when he leaves the house, he's still sticking to it. So he's saying here that a chinuch is not just tzivui from command, that he's telling his child to do this and this, but it's also not just a habit, that he's making him get used to do good deeds or whatever it is. It's bigger than commands, it's bigger than habits, and both the command and the habit is just tools to do chinuch. That the chinuch le'argilo u'lechancho b'derech Hashem, meaning that to cleave to Hashem. So Rashi is telling us about chinuch. He's bringing on chinuch bana bayit chadash ve'lo chanacho, meaning somebody built. It's from Dvarim. Somebody built a new house and he did not chanacho, meaning he didn't get in and start living in it. So from that, Rashi is learning chinuch is from the word beginning, to start something. So that's what Rashi said. And then Admor מפייסצנה is adding, it's not every beginning is chinuch, because when we read the Haggadah, we're saying matchil bignud, mesayem b'shevach. We start with bad things, we end up with good things. So not every beginning is chinuch. But in Parashat Lech Lecha, Lech Lecha, Rashi is bringing, over there is Avraham here that his brother was captured, and it says that he left chanichav. And what does it mean, chanichav? שחינכו למצוות, והוא לשון התחלת כניסת האדם, או כלי לאומנות שהוא עתיד לעמוד בה. This is what Rashi is saying. Rashi is saying, what does it mean, chanichav? Like when I grew up in Bnei Akiva, we were chanichim. Chanichim is like the students, the pupils. So what does it mean, שחינכו למצוות? Meaning it's the beginning of the person is entering to learn some kind of omanut, of skill, that he's futured to really stick to it and be really good at it. וכן חנוך לנער, חנוכת המזבח, חנוכת הבית. So חנוכת הבית is like when, literally what it means is like when we buy a new house, we do like a little party that we are breaking in, that we're, saying some brachas, and we started with brachas. And so he's saying we don't say chinuch about a house that we start building, or about somebody who already knows how to do some kind of melacha, already has a skill. We only said that about something that we know his future to really la'amod ba, that to succeed in it, and it's not being said about the melacha, it's being said about the person who is doing it. And basically what he's saying is that chinuch is when we see a child and we see some potential in there, and the chinuch itself is the act of bringing it from the koach el hapoal, meaning bringing it from the potential into the realization of it. And if we don't do that, it's going to stay hidden, it's going to stay inside of him, and it's not going to come to fruition. And I want to stop here today. But he's saying here something very interesting. כל חדר לתשמישו אשר הוא מוכשר, והכלי לתשמישו אשר הוא מוכשר. Meaning everything has a purpose in this world. A room has a purpose. A thing has like an object has a purpose. A person has a purpose. So chinuch is the act of bringing this purpose into realization. And it's so appropriate that I'm learning it today because I am actually a little late. I have to leave into a meeting to talk about a school. I really want to, I have this dream. I have a dream of making a place for my children. I have always dreamed about it, and I've tried before homeschooling, and that was a disaster. But there is a school that we're trying to figure out how we can make this school, like we call it the school of the future. A place where I've been teaching, but every time when I go to a regular school, I feel like a waste of time. It's like the kids are spending so much time in this place, but they're so focused on things that has nothing to do with the potential that they have. Okay, so they need to learn how to read, and they need to learn math and all these basic things. But there are so many more things that they're meant to do in life. And I have this desire to find a place, or to create a place, a space where my kids can be and can tap into the gifts that they have, and we can help them to realize their potential before they're going out in the world and spending the rest of their years to find out what is their purpose in the world and what's their potential. So that's my dream, and I don't know, maybe it will come true or not, depends on Hashem. And today is Tiferet Sheba Yesod, and I'm reading something from Rav Menusi, which is also so appropriate for this thing that we read today, that he brings from Shir HaShirim, Smolo tachat leroshi v'yamino techabkeni. Meaning, like if it's, let's say if it's in terms of a child, his left hand is under my hand and his right hand is hugging me. So meaning when we want to influence people, when we want to do hashpa'a, from the word shefa, to give shefa, give abundance, and it could be energy, it could be anything, then we need to do it both with our right hand and both with our left hand. The right hand is, like we say, yad yamin mekarevet and yad smol machika. In right hand, we're bringing and we're giving along and we're accepting, telling the child we love you just the way you are, and accepting and bringing and patting and all of that. And on the left hand, why is it tachat roshi, under my head? Because we're bringing it up and lifting it, and we're doing it through encouraging and correcting and doing all of these things that the left is doing. So I hope that this is gonna keep me committed to learn every day. Be'ezrat Hashem, b'chasdei Hashem.